What the reason why you have to leave Jamaica?
Well, the reason why I had was to leave, um, the financial life was rough,
Mm-hmm.
rough to support you and your sister and the bills,
Mm-hmm.
and the father wasn't showing any weight.
Okay.
So it thing was really rough, really, really rough. So my friend come and she said, you can come, you can get a little work and you can help a situation. And I said, well, all right, let me leave here with my friend.
So they are curious.
Yeah.
So she tell you say you can do the same thing to her. And
And
so at the time when you leave, you never have no work in a Jamaica.
yeah, I did have a little work, yes,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't getting anything much. Wasn't getting anything much. Could I did to pay the bills and send you to school and send your little sister to school. It couldn't reach, but it
Okay.
but it could have helped a situation, but
Okay.
it couldn't reach.
What kind of work was that? What kind of work
You
is
used to do domestic work.
that? Like clothes, wash clothes, clean up
Clean,
house,
yeah,
and all
yeah.
them stuff. Okay. So that was the only job that was available back then in a them time there.
Not say it was the only job back then, but that the job I get. That
That
was
way available at
available.
the time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
But that couldn't push no weight for maintain.
Yeah, no.
So your friend tell you say you can go a Curacao and eat a food
Right.
and can push.
And can help help with the children them more. And
Okay, because a US you would have make, right?
now you're making Curacao money and you exchange it to US.
Okay. But it's still more
But it's
than where
still a million times better than what you used to get in
in a Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Okay, okay. So you left Curacao and in a 95, you say, right?
Yeah.
Because I can remember that day there, no?
In a 95, I went to Curacao.
Yeah, me remember that day there, very vividly. Me remember you and my father taking a picture on the day when you left because it was an evening you left.
Yes.
It was
Yeah,
an
always the
evening.
evening flight.
Yeah, it was an evening. Me remember when you and him take a picture out of the yard front, like right in front of the gate there, so close to the standpipe. So upon that day there when you left, like what emotions you go through at that time? Like what
A,
how you
a
feel?
lot of emotion, man. A lot, a lot. I cry from when I get the money to buy the ticket and I say, God, I'm really going to leave my two little baby them. It's like I was a different person. But you don't have any choice and you things rough and you want to give them a better life. You want when Christmas come, then can have toys like any other children.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
can have new clothes,
Clothes,
buy
shoes,
nice food and shoes,
schooling,
and
cause
they just
school.
want them look like other kids. But
Because me remember, even though when we are pitney, we didn't really know so we're poor, but we didn't have them something there, you see me,
no,
before you got fired,
no.
It
No,
shut them
me
full of
remember,
a
me
hole.
remember one time when before me going to Curacao, me save every little dollar me get. Me save it. And me say, me have to buy a bicycle for you. Me have to buy a bicycle for you. Every other age children have a little thing. And me save up the money and me save it. Every money me get me not it. And then when me reach the money now, me go town
Mm-hmm.
and me buy a bicycle and carry it home for you.
Let me not
That
remember the bicycle, man.
that
Remember the
that's
bicycle, the
that's
black bicycle,
that
yeah.
was the first
Yeah,
thing we could have did buy
yeah,
for you.
remember the
And
black and red
and
bicycle,
then you ride the bicycle until the bicycle mash up.
yeah.
And the next Christmas come now. I said, me look, me see all the children they have their nice things and so I say, I go and take me little food money and me go buy something. I buy a little bucky car. Remember a little bucky car?
Yeah, of course.
VW car.
Yeah, yeah,
I buy a
remember.
little dolly. A little bean bob
Fidavia.
for
Everywhere
dolly.
she there, she have it. Yeah, remember.
I buy the little VW car for you. And I feel so good because I say, God, that is what me can afford. I
Yeah.
just want to make them happy.
So,
But
so,
things was getting
yeah,
worse
right.
and worse and worse.
So that was your motivation to go. so you can give him more of them
more,
things, more of
right?
them
It's
things.
not that me did glad for go, like me come, me want to leave, you know.
Yeah,
But me never have no
no other
choice.
choice. Cause I so far, you see, it a go downhill. The money I
Downhill
get less and
and
less.
lesser,
Yeah.
you see. And so me make that choice and go, and it was the
So no,
only.
so hold on. So pandit with the specific day itself, the emotions where you see you go through is that you hurt.
I heard bad any woman who have,
So me not really remember so much of that, but
yeah.
me and my little sister, what about the five away? With a ball, when you leave?
No, when me leaving, it was just you and your little sister and your big sister and her daughter
That
were
my
there,
niece, yeah.
right?
And so that's the just born in
Yes,
time there. So
yes.
okay.
So, and it was
So
it was a,
how we react to it? Me and my little sister. What was the reaction from?
you know, you never have, you never have
Cause
no
we never really know. Say
right.
probably we
Or you
probably
never
just think
have
say,
no,
well, you
because
got
me
town
just
or something. Think you are gonna
telling
come
us
back.
say me I go away and me I go
Yeah, we never
work
have
and
the
me I go
concept.
send, but you no never have no reaction, because
Cause we don't know. We don't know say I go away
me
for
tell you the
a whole
truth,
year.
maybe if me did see you and Davia cry
You probably
like
change
no
your mind.
tomorrow, my heart would have break and me say would have said let me suffer, but we never get that reaction.
So on that day there, your whole system get mashed up.
Yeah man,
From
mash
your
up,
left,
mash up.
you just hurt. Cause you
Hurt,
left your children. You
right,
leave your
during the
children there.
years of me being in Curacao and being hurt. I cry night, I cry day, walking, crying, grief. But what I can do nothing.
So what was it? What you that say are the hardest part about leaving your children behind? What was the hardest part for deal with?
The hardest part when I struggle with when I come home and get the food,
Mm-hmm.
and when my friend used to cook, and when I come home she give me my dinner, big plate of food,
Mm-hmm.
no, big nice food. I couldn't even sit down at the table with her.
Yeah.
I go outside on the back veranda and I sit on the floor and I cry, and she come and she say, "What happened to you?" I say, "I can't eat the food. I don't know if the two children they eat. When I go in the room to sleep, I don't know no night more than just sitting up crying or grief." I said, "God, where them is? If them alright, if them bathe, if they eat, if them comfortable." And those were rough things. I got through rough things. And
So
then
is it you would have say just not knowing we condition
with condition
that make you hurt you the most?
hurt me the most
Because
and
back then time
never
there we not no cell
safe
phone, we can WhatsApp, we can video call. So the only way you could have know
communicate
if we good or bad was just from a letter what we
a
used to
little.
write,
Yeah.
and that don't even tell you the full extent of what we are go
No,
through,
because I never used to get a letter say,
Like once a month
well,
or so.
like so now go through wickedness or roughness or whatsoever,
Okay.
you know?
So you don't really know the details and the
Tears.
day to day things that what we are face. So that just not knowing what go on that bother you that.
Yeah, but me imagine, because anytime nobody can take care of your children better than the mother. Nobody, no matter who tell you, say, "Yeah, man, I'm going to take care of you." That's word.
Yeah,
And
but that is true.
that's
Well, yeah,
word.
because nobody, well, another person not gonna treat your kids them the same as well. You
You
were fear pitney. You another person can't substitute where you are going
can't
for them.
substitute the mother.
That are true.
Can't
That are true.
substitute the mother.
Mother, because even if you are take care of somebody else, you go treat your child way different now when you treat the other child that is not for you. It are just natural, you know? Just a
It's
natural,
just
yeah.
natural. Not saying you're going to treat the other
Mistreat
person
them, yeah, exactly.
bad.
No, no,
That
no.
and
No,
let
you
me
have not to do with that.
and next thing again, let me tell you, not even about the treatment, but you see the child
Mhm.
not happy if it's not the mother. No matter
No,
how you
is that
treat,
yeah, yeah, exactly
yeah,
because
no matter how
because
you,
you
because that child will always say, "Boy, if my mother was here."
yeah. I mean me can attest to that because like you say, it no matter who you live with at the time and which me know say it was out of your control. You
Hmm?
see me I say so we jump from different household to
The
household
household.
because you know one we might go there so and the situation in a work out and we have to go one different place and a city. So it's just a lot of instability and it no matter which part you're there, you're not gonna feel the same way as how you'd feel if
Feel
you're there by your
my
mother.
mother. Yeah,
And your father too, you know what I mean? Just your
yeah,
parents all
yeah,
together. But you know,
yeah,
because we have that connection there with you, like me now, 8 years out of my life, you are my best friend, you know what I mean? Like me can
yeah,
remember when me and you used to carry me at school at morning time,
yeah.
we get
Come
up at
back for
morning
you.
time, yeah, come back. Me used to stand up there and when soon as me see you and it's a 3 mile walk that you know. 'Cause I remember when me I got basic school at
A
Baptist.
Baptist.
So I have to walk 3 mile come for me and me and you walk 3 mile go back and every time me a little bit of boy. But me remember them thing there. And when you left and you not get that no more, it just it affect you.
Yeah, of course.
As a pitney, a little youth, it affect you because you miss them times there with your mother.
Of
And that
course.
just taken away from you. So you would have said so when you think of you get that sad feelings where you don't know what going or you cope with it, like or you get through because a years you did there away from it. So
Yeah.
all you manage, like what you use for cope.
Like when me come home and the most time it eat me is when me have to eat and when me have to sleep. Because say during the day you is at work.
So you're
So you're
busy.
busy.
Yeah.
Your
Mind
mind
upon different things,
take off
yeah.
of that. But when you come home and the reality
Hit you.
hit you, you know,
The
as
pitney them around you
you know,
and
have them to say, call this one, the other one, see them, you can't hear from them.
mm-hmm.
That's a hard thing to deal with.
And then just me and my little sister, the whole five
Whoa.
pitney them, you miss
Yes,
them
yes.
because whether them big or them little,
Liquor.
you could have
I
still
mean,
see them, you know?
of
Yeah,
course.
you could have still
Yeah,
see them.
I mean, if they did have 4 night now, it wouldn't so hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But in times that have once in a blue sky, you
So
can.
so so me so all you cope, like what you use for get over them feeling there. What
But
you use?
me just go through those emotions by myself alone. Me just go through it. I never
It's
used to.
like it's like so you never have a remedy where could have help you calm down that hurt there. You never have nothing where could have
No.
you just have to just
So me
so for the whole of the
just
years then you just I
yeah,
just
me just go
it
to
never
go
get
work,
any less.
go work, come home in the evening, grieve, and sometimes in the night time, how me have to fall asleep. Me have to just lay down and open my mouth and breathe through my mouth.
So that was a strategy. Cause if you just lay down for relax, you know the mind just a run.
Work, man, just a work. So
Where
me
they
have to
warm
go.
to them, warm to
Warm
me
to
pitney
them.
them.
What them there? What them there? Then all right, them eat, and
Rough.
it was that any mother who leave them child man know exactly what I'm talking
Of
about
course.
because
And enough people go through the same thing where
it
you go
was
through.
rough. My desire, if I could have be with my children, I never want to leave them, never want them
But
grow without me.
you didn't have a choice
But
because if you did stay, we probably wouldn't come out to where we come out
You
because
couldn't
we'd
go
have
to
dead for
you
hungry
couldn't go
at
high
school.
school. You couldn't go high school.
Yeah.
When both of you going to primary school, it's a good thing that we didn't have to pay.
Or like school fee and
Like
them thing
school
there, yeah.
fee
But
and
me know
and
them
all
thing
them
there.
things there. You couldn't
Yeah. But
if you have to pay school fee, you
yeah,
couldn't.
because I you one at the time
I mean
because
alone.
then because a certain little thing my father disappeared out of the picture. So everything then left back on you.
Me was the mother and father.
So that contribute to you couldn't even come back at Jamaica because you alone the whole of the bills them left on, right? So you couldn't even say, boy, alright, miss me out them, so me I go come back because I are the breadwinner now.
Me are the breadwinner.
You know,
but me are the breadwinner for all the grandchildren them too.
you see there, so I not just so a pitney and grandchildren there, so you have a whole heap on your plate.
Me was a breadwinner for the grandchildren them too.
Yeah. So at any point in time, while you're there away, did you ever like feel guilty for leaving?
Yeah.
How often that feeling come?
Every time. That's why I have to cry. I say, God, I shouldn't leave them. You know, my mother always say, struggle, bear out the roughness, and if you have one banana, you cut it for the three of you. And plenty time I say, I should have do that more than Instead of leave them.
Yeah.
I should have do that no matter how. Maybe God would have make a way by leaving them. But just because me here say, me can get bigger money. The money, money is...
Yeah, but at the same time too, it's a sacrifice.
Yes,
it's a sacrifice where you have to make because like me say, if you did stay back because you did have to make a call at that. It's like you reach a junction in the road and you say, boy, a sufferation or we can live a little better life. And you wouldn't consciously choose to go suffer.
No.
So because you not think about yourself at that point. You think about me have to find a way
to make
me youth them can live a little bit better. Even if we're not rich, but a little better life. So you can't really knock yourself to say, boy, me should have choose the sufferation. You get me? because you just make a decision where any parent would have made.
Yes, that's true. But let me tell you, until today, I still beat myself. And I say, if I could have turned back the time,
you would have choose the sufferation.
I would have choose the sufferation. If I could have turned the time, I would have choose that. I would have never, because you know why? To the things then what I hear, to the things
like just some rough life,
things where them been through, just some rough things where them been through. I would have never.
So just on reflection and the things then what we've been through and then stuff there, it make you just feel like, boy, me should have choose so far, you feel. But me not feel like say is a failure or you feel we are not like that. You see me I say, because as me say, you make a call at the point in time, you make a call, say, boy, yo, me youth them, me have to make them see a better life. Now, me not gonna make them suffer. Me I go try something. And so it's a sacrifice you make, not for yourself,
no,
but for your youth them. But the result of that sacrifice is you end up with a lot of regrets.
Lot of regret leaving them. A lot of regret leaving them.
Yeah. But
because
you can't beat
they
up
get
yourself.
money, you get the money, but they don't get the mother love.
Yeah, we miss
they
out
get
on that.
A lot of pretty clothes. They get
But you see, that's why it called sacrifice, because when you make a sacrifice, you have to lose something.
Forget.
So we might we get figure at school, we get the clothes, we get the shoes, and never much. but it's still better than nothing at
Better
all.
than before.
Yeah, better
Yeah.
than what we have before.
Before.
For us to get that, we lose out from our mother
Mother.
being there on an everyday basis. You understand? And me no hold that against you. It's as a call where you did have to make. You know, it affect me even to this day. Not and me know my little sister it affect her too.
Yeah.
But we no hold it against you. You get what I say? Because not having your mother around and been through with their different yard every year and been through whole heap of difficult situations with people and just that instability it affect your psyche, mental health, just whole heap of things will affect me to this day. You get what
Yeah.
I say? And but me no hold it against you because you make a call for your youth them. And is a sacrifice you make for your youth them because me know you know make that sacrifice for yourself.
Not at
So
all.
so during the time when you're there away, or you stay connected with we, like what was the main source of knowing if we are right or not?
Letter.
Later back then. Yeah,
Yeah.
remember later.
Just a letter. Nothing more.
And
And
remember we on phone box we used to do it at Yalas Bay where at
yeah.
least one time a month we
Once
could
in
have
a
yeah,
year,
once in
we
a
used to
blue
go out
moon
there, go make a
and
phone
wait,
call.
yeah. You have to tell you a exact time where you go call and you just say, big God, do make nobody know. Dip on the phone at that time and you stand up there and wait and then you answer. Cause we couldn't call you.
No,
Are you got no phone in the boat then time? No house
no.
phone in the boat then time.
Yes, one and two people did have house phone because remember, your father used to go up by my friend, my pan side to
Oh, me I
call.
remember that. But
And sometimes he used to go
Jam
jam
and
in
tell.
tell.
Oh yes, we used to go jam and tell, yeah. Them thing they never drain you.
When
How much job you did at work at the time?
uh, sometimes three for the day.
Sometimes so you work 3 job and
Three.
you go through all of them emotional things and them psychological. That not affect you like if you do your work, like how you deal with that on a day-to-day
But
basis.
but that's what I'm telling you. You see, when we go on the work of your mind
So the work
fix
so the work itself was a
itself was
distraction.
a distraction because you're busy for
Oh,
the whole day. But you see, like when the work finish and you reach home, the
reality set in.
reality stepped in. But during the day, you're busy up and down, going, doing this, doing that, doing that.
So the work itself was the coping mechanism. That's
Well,
how you cope because the
right.
more busy you are, the less you have
The
to,
less you think.
the
Right.
stress and all them things that we have to think about.
Yeah.
Okay. You get what you
But
say?
but when you reach home now, oh, and when you reach home, get some food to eat, and I know it was a hard thing. Hard.
So do you feel like it was a success? Like do you feel you what your goal where you set out for? You leaving your children and behind. You think you achieve that goal?
Well, in a sense, I achieve. I think I achieve. I don't achieve as much as what I was looking for,
Far. Mm-hmm.
but I achieve something out of it.
In terms of what, like what? What you think? What your primary goal was what in the beginning? If you make the youth them have a little bit of better life,
Right.
so you achieve that.
Right.
Which me can say yes, you did achieve that
This,
because we never really did have to suffer
yes,
and go beg
me
nobody nothing.
and the next goal was I wanted was to make a house that may stop pay rent.
Okay.
Right. So
Okay.
and
So your goal was provide a shelter for we
yeah,
and make sure say we not have to suffer like I like be the worst.
take
We not have
away
the scrape from the bottom. Yeah.
right.
So as me say we never rich, but we the way better off
Better off
than
than where we
before
was
you got
before.
okay.
Was before.
So you say you achieve some of the goals, but
Yes.
not all.
Yeah.
but the primary one them where you set out for you think say you accomplished them.
Yes,
Okay.
because what I wanted was to get a house for that me not have to pay any rent and one can be comfortable. God
Okay.
help me. And me
Okay.
could have get that little house.
Yeah.
Only that would I didn't even stay there. I mean ending up sell it.
Okay. So um how did that decision, like you leave when you if you when you make that decision there and say, boy, me I go leave me out them, and go work to make a better life, You think that have any impact on your relationship with me, or your relationship with my little sister, or your relationship with the three bigger older one them? You think you leaving affect the relationship?
Me leaving affect the relationship with me and you, that affect the that me leaving affect that relationship because leaving you and your little sister for so long. Before I leave, it was just me, you, and she.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You
So that
had your bigger sister, you have a bigger sister,
you were
but
all what we know.
me was all,
Where me
And
and my
when you
little
wake
sister.
and you can imagine when you wake up the next morning, the next week, the next day, the other
Next
day,
month, the next
yes,
year, and your mother not did it.
no matter the mother where you used to look forward to come home from school,
You see.
come see. The mother where you wake up to come see. The mother will say, "Come on, church morning." No
Yeah.
more.
The same the
Come
same
on.
church clothes.
Come on, man.
The white
It's
shirt, the grey pants, and the grey shoes,
rough,
every Sunday.
rough. It
Man,
was
me,
ru-
no, no, I mean, me know where
it
you
was
talk
rough.
about.
It
Me know
was
where you talk
rough.
about. So
It was rough.
because you was all where we know. You
Yeah,
see me, mother,
yeah.
and when the mother they just gone out of
Disappear.
the
So
picture. So and then the one of the worst thing was is like when you come, you normally come and stay like a month
three
or
weeks.
3 weeks. So when you come, it's like it
Okay.
was when you come from Curacao and come and visit me, that was like the happiest day in our
Yeah.
life.
And me too.
But then
Then
when the
by the
time
time
you
look,
go,
it
it become the
decides
worst
worst
day
day.
in your life. So within a 1 month span, are the happiest you ever been, and then are the saddest you ever been, and over time it kind of start to affect me.
You can't forget.
Where it's like when it's like when you come from foreign and me see you, it's like me so glad, but then the next day me just become sad because me know say, boy, my mother go here again,
Go again.
so it
I
start to
got
affect me.
gone
It
back.
start to affect me mentally, So it start to. It's like when me start to get older, when you start to visit, it start to get less happy for me because me start to say, make no sense. Me get happy because
Happy
you're there,
because
because
it's
you're going to
so
go here
gone
again,
again
So
again.
it start to affect me. So it definitely affect the relationship because if you did the wrong way, we'd have build up more stronger a
Yes,
connection. And one of
yes.
the biggest thing for me, so I say them things still affect me to this day is just showing love. Me no know how to be affectionate and show love because me only get that up until me did at 8, and every time when you come and stay with me, but so you never really get to experience that with your mother for a long time in
Yeah,
your
because
life,
all the things them where mother supposed to tell you and
Yeah,
supposed
and
to
sure
teach you
you don't
weren't
really get
there.
that. You know, get that. So you have
Wasn't
to grow up
there.
real
So
fast. Yeah.
it affects me
Yeah.
and it pain me.
So looking back, you think you would have do anything differently?
No.
No. When you look back, no, you think you would have said, "Boy, would not do that something. Would I do that different or what you would have
Yes.
changed?"
Yes, when looking back, yeah, that's why I say if I could have turned back the time,
You wouldn't leave.
I would have never leave my children.
So
I
you'd
would have
have choose the
tried to do
separation, something different in a
right.
Jamaica.
Just right, something
Okay.
different.
And then you know what the worst thing about that? And I like say Curacao now was a place where you can then file for we and we can live with you and them thing there. You understand? Cause they never speak English and all
English.
them something there, you know? So
Yeah, very
that
rough.
was a different, and I like America you go where you could have filed for we and then we come and everything, you know, just like where
Yeah,
your sister do and other people from
yeah.
Jamaica do. You understand? So it was a completely different
Different.
scenario right there. So you understand? So you would have changed, you wouldn't leave. You would have choose the separation. Eh?
Yeah,
You would have choose
yeah,
yeah, it's come like you're gone in
yeah.
a different
Like
world. Cause yeah,
push
reflect back,
yeah.
yeah, reflect back in a them
Yes.
thing there.
My
Oh, okay.
mind go back a while ago.
Yeah, me understand.
Yeah.
So Anna, where if you fi give a person a advice, you know, a mother, a father, where I get the opportunity to go foreign and they can't bring them pitney with them have to left them pitney behind. What advice you would have give to a person in that situation? What you that tell them say? Based upon
If
what you been through.
okay, if you have to go, you have to leave your kids behind you.
Mm,
Make sure you have a plan. That country where you're going,
mm.
you're gonna work, and later you can take them with
With
you.
you.
But don't put it so you're going to leave them for 5, 6, 7 years behind you, because you're going to lose out on a lot
A lot.
of those children.
Yeah.
Those children going to lose out a lot on their parents. And it's not easy for a child to
Cause
grow
you
up.
can't get back then years
You
there.
can't get back those love. You can't get back nothing that you lose in all those years.
So you that so your advice is if you have to leave your youth them behind, have a plan where you
Yeah,
can eventually carry them with you,
carry them with you.
or you not have to stay that long
You don't have to
away
stay
from
long. You
away
don't
from
have to
them.
stay long away from them, because working and say you go home 2 months, you go home, you spend a month with them. That's not enough. That's not
A
enough.
month out of the entire year.
Year.
But you
That's
know, it's a little bit more easier now than back then, you know, because now you can video call
yes,
and
yes.
but the physical being around your child is different.
Different.
Far
Yeah,
superior
yeah.
than for video call.
Yes. That's
Okay.
yes.
But you know,
Because
them decisions are really difficult, you know,
of
because you know,
course,
some people they might not get the opportunity to come to America and where they can file for the pit name later on probably a Caribbean island, like your opportunity, they
yeah.
might get the opportunity there. So where you that tell a person like that, where get that opportunity there, like where you get you would
Uh,
where you that tell himself he do like what you do.
no,
So you wouldn't advise a person say do what you
do
do.
what me do. No, no, because I feel what I feel a lot of pain out of
Out
what I did.
so
So I
you
wouldn't advise
yeah,
nobody to do what I do. I wouldn't.
okay.
I wouldn't do that, because my children they hurt from the decision I make, and
Which as me say,
I hurt
yeah.
from the decision. As I say, if I was thinking different, if I could have changed the time, I wouldn't leave them.
As me say, there are consequences to decisions like that. You know, like we miss out on a lot of childhood moments with your mother, but then we understand the sacrifice.
Mm.
Me and my little sister, we understand the sacrifice, and the bigger one them understand the sacrifice
Understand? Yes.
because
Bigger
no
one,
for
I
what we
understand.
get, we couldn't get it if you never
Couldn't get
left.
it.
We couldn't get it,
No.
and as me say, me would have if me did fi choose, would have choose the separation too. You get what me I say? But at the end of the day, is a call where they have to make
I have to make,
in
yeah.
at the moment and in at
Yeah.
that time.
Another time.
Yeah, they just you not have nobody else where I gonna give you nothing. So you have to find it
I have to
yourself as
find
a
it.
parent, And the ultimate goal have to make sure say your youth get take care of.
Mm.
You see me I say? So but at the end of the day, me still not look on you and none of the my other siblings them. We not
No.
look upon you as a less of a
No.
mother. We not blame you for ever leaving. We not say why your body is a bad mother. It's just it's a call where you make.
Yeah.
And you know, relationship and parenthood, it come in a different forms. You know, few one was just that we
Yeah.
miss out on a lot on you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just a part of few script, a few pathway that I just feel it that we end up having to do.
Because you see, in that time wasn't like now.
No,
You
yeah,
see,
yeah.
so it was a little much rougher
Rougher back
and
there,
harder
yeah.
time
That's why I say if
in
a
that
person will
time.
get your opportunity now, if you get it and then can't take the youth them, it a little bit easier.
It's a little bit easier because they
And a
can
little bit,
talk.
much
Yeah,
more.
you
Because
can.
remember, you know, the only time we could have see you or you could have see me
Is
was
when
when you
you
come to
come
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
You could, we not no video call and then something they are send picture and then something through WhatsApp and none of them thing there. Only time we could have hear your voice are when we get a phone
Phone
call
call.
where we have to go out of the phone box, and only time you could have know say alright is from a letter, which not tell you the full details
No.
of what go on. But you know, as me say, I just a part a few experience
Experience.
that.
Yeah.
You see me I say a few experience that. But you know, as I say, we not look on you no less than a mother. Cause enough
Respect
care,
that.
yeah.
Respect it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, cause we're not treating no different as
No.
we say,
No, 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 no,
boy,
no.
you know, mother left, you know, so
No.
me no like her, you know, no, because we understand, we know, and you're not the only mother where they have to do that back in them days there, and mother there, and father there, we still a do it right now
Yeah.
because you have
Yeah.
to go with the job there, because many people where they are Jamaica, they can't find the job where sufficient enough to take care of the youth them. So them have to go in a different country for be able to can facilitate. That's why enough of we come America just to can help with family.
Family.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The only
Yeah.
good thing
Yeah,
say at
yeah.
least
My
you can
mother's,
file for them.
cause my friend right now, she's in one other country. She's in another Caribbean country, and she leave her children them in Jamaica.
And that she have to do
And
for take care of them because she couldn't get the work at Jamaica. Or the
yeah,
work where she have not enough.
maybe not but
Yeah.
she's up there now, and her children them down there,
Okay. Well, you know,
and she live there.
she live there, isn't
Yeah,
it?
because she go home on holidays, but the children them is there.
Yeah. I me say, you know, it's all a
But
part.
at least now they can call and phone and they can talk.
Yeah. You can see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will say, me know anybody who watch this, you know what I mean? Me know people have similar stories. Parents have similar stories where them have to leave them kids behind. But we just have to say, you know, if that are the decision where they have at the moment, you can't feel guilty and beat up yourself later on in life because, you know, all the system set up already where we no born, if you're not born with gold spoon in your mouth and you're not born rich, you have to go find your
You have
first
to go
struggle
there, go struggle
and,
for
and,
it.
and find it anyway
Yes.
there, you know.
Yeah.
So if you're finding it there, you have to go and find it for help your family, and sometimes you have to left them, your youth them a yard, and you know. And I like say you're glad to do it, but you know, it's just a call where you have to make, you see me? So I that want to share the people, you see me? You see she tell you her story, and if you have no similar story, you can drop it in the comments. You see me? If you have no question, you can drop it in the comments. You see me? I say so. Until the next video, people, we there again. Bless upon yourself. All right.
I